couple days ago, I was watching this documentary on this guy named Jay Shetty, who's a spiritual guru, influencer in this Western world, and his story on how he became a monk back in the day, or like back a few years ago or something. Ironically, the video that I was watching was actually doing like an expose on him, trying to like dig into why he's a fake monk, why he's a marketing genius or whatever, and he's just like selling all these answers for money. I like to see both sides, you know. I learned a lot from him, but I'm also seeing like this side or this expose on him, and I don't really judge, bro. I think what something that really caught my eye in that video was how that the reviewer was saying that when Jay was a monk, he didn't really wear robes like monks do. He just wore his regular Western style clothing, and you know, he put it out in a way that, oh, like that's not good, that's not what monks are supposed to do, etc., etc. And I'm not gonna lie, my thought was, why is that wrong? What's wrong with wearing Western clothes and still practicing monkhood? I think, I don't know, for me it makes somewhat sense. You're doing all this inner work, you're involved in some sort of spiritual growth, but you are still part of this world, this material reality that we have, that we can perceive through our five senses. Like, you're still living here. To me, that feels like some sort of a balance that Siddhartha Gautama, or Buddha as everyone knows, didn't really find in his lifetime. He left society, gave up everything to find enlightenment. And I'm just thinking about how perhaps we may not need to do that anymore. I like to believe that our souls have picked this life, this era, this timeline for a specific purpose, or even it was just a soul agreement that we're going to live this life and experience everything that it has to offer, from all the good things to all the bad things. And right here, right now, in these modern times, why not do both? Why not why not do the inner work, stay grounded in spirituality, but still live your life and enjoy it? In that moment, the thing that really came to my mind was playing the cosmic dance that we're supposed to. You know, we're in this creation, we're in this material world, and to some extent, of course, it is an illusion, which we can talk about in a different video. But that doesn't take away from some sort of a fact that we are here and we're able to perceive this, we're able to see, hear, feel, especially like all the emotions that we have in our body through these external experiences, whether good, whether positive emotions or negative emotions. You know, that labeling is something that we end up doing in the end. But on to an extent, I just feel like our soul is meant to experience all these emotions, or the full spectrum of the human emotions. That why would we deprive ourselves of that? Like, why would you remove yourself from the world to find enlightenment, when the whole point of being being in this human form is so you can experience the human life? Just something I've been thinking about a lot recently, so I thought I'd share my thoughts on it. I just think that this balance of delving into spiritual teachings and then using them to really live a more holistic and fulfilling life in this material world is really the balance that I want to be striking. Like, I don't think that just leaving everything and running away is going to be the answer. I don't think that's going to give me, well, now that I'm reflecting, you know, there's certain times in the past where I have technically ran away or really left everything behind to move to a new thing. And I keep coming to the conclusion that it doesn't matter what your external surrounding is, because your internal, like you can still handle, manage, and control it to an extent. Control is a crazy word, but regulation is a good word here. But like you can regulate your internal. You control is one of the biggest illusions. You can't control anything in this outside world, really. Like anything could happen at any time, and this and that's why I just think that the internal holds, or the internal regulation is so much more important than anything else that's going on externally. That changing different or going to different environments or changing your external environment won't necessarily give you the internal change that is truly the thing that you're seeking. So if you're, like I said, I just wanted to share these thoughts, but also to wrap up here. If you feel like if you feel like you're gonna find answers by leaving something that you're in now to go to the next thing, yes, you might find some sort of personal growth. You might find you may like the new thing better, or you may realize that the new thing is somewhat worse than the previous thing, and then you might want to return. In either case, like yes, you'll gain some answers, but at the end of the day, if you keep letting your external circumstances dictate your internal state or your internal emotional being, then you're going to be bound in this material world where external things keep pulling you away from you. So the goal really is to just turn inwards and connect with your inner self and regulate your inner world regardless of what's going on in your external reality. And I think when you focus on that, when you focus on fostering that emotional regulation and maintaining that inner stillness and inner peace, that then reflects in your outside world, and in your outside reality will change over the course of time, because you'll take actions from a place of internal alignment. I'll wrap up this short video there. I didn't mean for it to be this long, but I just wanted to share some of those reflections. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one.